What becomes of a man who has been propelled into desperation by fear? For Lyle and Eric Menendez, that resulted in a fatal night in 1989 when they murdered their parents.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
Someone killed my parents.
Pardon me?
Someone killed my
Now, over 30 years later, they are trying to appeal for a new trial, stating that recent information proves that they were acting in self-defense, and for years, they were tortured by these people.
Did you cry?
Yes,
Were you scared?
Mary.
Lyle and Eric Menendez have spent over 30 years in a California prison for the murder of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, in 1989. This tragic case captured national attention and raised many questions about the crime's circumstances. The brothers were convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. However, they are now hoping to reopen their case based on new evidence that may support their claims of having acted in self-defense due to years of abuse.
They say they were being sexually abused by their father and acted out of self-defense.
Recently, Lyle Menendez spoke with 48 Hours contributor Natalie Morales from prison, expressing his anxious anticipation for a judge's decision that could alter the course of their lives. This story has gained renewed interest, highlighted in the encore presentation of The Menendez Brothers Fight for Freedom, currently available for streaming on Paramount.
Eric Menendez is calling the new Netflix series about the murders of his parents.
The Menendez brothers have consistently admitted to killing their parents, but have always insisted that their actions were driven by fear. They allege they endured extensive physical, emotional, and sexual abuse throughout their childhood, which led them to believe they were in danger and needed to protect themselves from their parents. This narrative has been central to the public discourse surrounding their case.
Brothers claim they committed the slayings in 1989 to stop their father's sexual abuse.
Cliff Gardner, one of their attorneys, recently revealed that new evidence supports the brothers' claims of abuse. He argues that, given this new information, they should have been charged with manslaughter rather than first-degree murder. If this had been the case, the brothers might have received significantly lighter sentences and could have been released long ago. One critical piece of evidence is a letter written by Eric Menendez to his cousin, Andy Cano, in December 1988, just months before the murders. Eric shares his fear of his father in this letter, stating, "I've been trying to avoid Dad. It's still happening, Andy, but it's worse for me now. Every night I stay up thinking he might come in. I'm afraid. He's crazy. He's warned me 100 times about telling anyone, especially Lyle." These words illustrate the intense fear and helplessness Eric felt during that time. Andy Cano testified during the brothers' trials, recalling that Eric confided in him about his father's inappropriate behavior when he was just 13 years old.
The facts are, they weren't in any immediate danger.
However, during the trial, the prosecution attempted to undermine Andy's testimony, suggesting he was not truthful. The newly discovered letter serves as potential evidence to corroborate the brothers' long-standing claims that they lived in fear of their father. The Menendez brothers faced two separate trials. The first trial resulted in a mistrial because the jury could not reach a unanimous decision regarding the charges of manslaughter or murder. In the second trial, the prosecution aggressively dismissed the abuse claims, labeling them as the abuse excuse. This strategy ultimately led to their conviction for first-degree murder. Cliff Gardner has emphasized the importance of the letter written by Eric, arguing that it could have changed the outcome of their case had it been presented in court. The letter was only recently discovered when Andy Cano's mother found it while storing old items. Tragically, Andy Cano passed away in 2003, making the letter even more significant for the ongoing legal battle. Gardner believes this evidence strengthens their argument and could lead to a reconsideration of the brothers' convictions. In a surprising turn of events, Roy Rossello, a former member of the Puerto Rican boy band Menudo, has come forward with allegations of sexual abuse against Jose Menendez. Rossello claims he was sexually abused by Jose in the early 1980s when he was a minor and a member of the band.
Yo entro en la limusina, yo veo Menéndez mirándome con los ojos.
Now 54, Rossello states that during a visit to Jose's home, he consumed a glass of wine and felt like he had lost control of his body. He alleges that Jose then took him to a room and raped him, with other incidents occurring before and after performances, including one at Radio City Music Hall in New York. When Lyle Menendez heard Rosello's allegations, he was emotionally impacted. He expressed to Morales, "When I first heard about it, I cried." For Lyle, Rosello's confirmation as another victim felt meaningful, shedding light on the trauma they endured. With this new evidence, Cliff Gardner filed a habeas petition in May 2023, arguing that the letter and Rosello's affidavit warrant overturning the Menendez brothers' convictions. Gardner states, "The boys were abused as children. They were abused their whole life. And this is a manslaughter case, not a murder case. It's just that simple." He hopes the judge will find the new evidence credible enough to vacate their convictions. If the judge agrees, it will be up to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office to decide whether they want to retry the case. The District Attorney's Office has confirmed that they are investigating the claims made in the habeas petition, although it remains uncertain when a ruling will be made. The Menendez brothers' case continues to evolve, drawing significant public interest and sparking discussions about justice, abuse, and accountability. Many people are now reconsidering the narrative surrounding their conviction, with growing support for the notion that they were victims of circumstances far beyond their control. As the brothers await the judge's decision, they hold on to hope that the truth about their experiences will finally be recognized and that they will receive a fair opportunity to prove their innocence. The new evidence offers hope for Lyle and Eric Menendez as they continue their fight for freedom and justice. With the potential for a new trial, the Menendez brothers may soon have a chance to present their case in a different light, one that emphasizes their suffering and the circumstances that led to their tragic actions. As more information comes to light, many will watch closely how this story unfolds and whether justice will be served for the Menendez brothers and others who have endured similar experiences. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, click the like and the bell buttons. We'll have another video for you soon. Take care until then.